Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sustainability Committee. It is 7:05 p.m. on February 23rd. And we will start out by taking attendance of the current members. We have Brian Scheckman is here, Julie Ross, Adrian Goldman.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Gilbo, Pranali Ashara, Kim Pass, Alvin Pimentel, Jess Pimentel, myself, Andrew Mitchell. And it looks like as of right now, the members that are not present are Joanna O'Connell and Devin Smolak. We do have a new member that will be joining us or may have already joined us, but his name's Kevin Doobie. So Kevin, I know you're on the call. Did you want to take a minute and just introduce yourself and maybe give us a flavor as to what interested you in joining the committee?
Oh, I didn't know you were going to put me on the spot. I technically haven't gotten to town hall yet to take the oath of office, so technically I don't think I'm a member yet. But anyway, okay. It's been something I've been meaning to do actually for years, to be perfectly honest with you, and haven't gotten around to yet. It's something that I've been interested in for quite some time, and finally did it.
Awesome.
So yeah, I think Phil and I was asking about something, solar panels in town or something, like 6 years ago, and he's like, "You should join the sustainability committee," and finally got around to it. So here I am.
Phil's probably been our biggest recruiter. It'll be tough to see him leave the select board, but I'm sure he'll still be recruiting for us around town. Okay, great. All right, so let's just jump into the agenda. Brian and I were talking about how I think it's everybody's interest to keep these meetings as close to an hour as possible because we all have busy lives and things to do. And so I'm gonna try my best to stick to the hour. If we run over a little over, that's fine. I just don't want the meetings to get dragged out to that 2-hour time frame, which I think most of you would agree with. So the first order of business is the I should ask first. Does anybody want to volunteer to take minutes for the meeting?
I'll do that, Andrew.
Okay, great. Thanks, Julie. So one of the reasons why we desperately wanted to have a quorum tonight is because we have the Earth Day townwide cleanup coming up on April 25th. I think we tentatively wanted to have it for between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And I thought it was just, important for us to sort of nail that down and, vote on it tonight, make sure that it's sort of official for us, and if anybody has any objections to it, they, just speak up. But I think it sounds like most of us were in agreement that would be something we could do this year. So if there's no comments on that, why don't we just, Brian, did you want to maybe just motion for us to?
That we vote on having the townwide cleanup from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, April 25th. All those in favor?
Sorry.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Anybody opposed?
Okay, so the townwide cleanup will be April 25th. And now we need to discuss what we want the event to look like. I mean, aside from the typical, having some, the grabbers and the trash bags and everything people will need. We wanted to see if we could have some other vendors or participants for that day. Jess, you've reached out to someone, right, for possibly doing, what was it, for textiles? Or?
Yeah, through Bay State Textile. So now that we have this, I can reach back out and give the exact date and everything like that.
Okay. So the idea is to maybe have a small container there and promote that people, when they come to get their, to help out with the cleanup, that they could bring textiles to recycle. Right, Jess?
Yeah, exactly. So it was to have them leave the bin, leave like the trailer thing, and then we fill it up and then they pick it up.
Okay, perfect. That'll be good. Somebody else was looking into like the paper shredder, and that's a no-go, right? Because of the cost.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
Okay. And I believe Joanna was talking to Kasaya at Offbeat, and there's a possibility of getting her to come and us being able to sort of just spread the word about the ability for residents to compost through Offbeat. I think it would be a good opportunity for her to, for us to just sort of expand the list of people, because my understanding is that there's only about 70 households doing that in town. I mean, outside of the people who might be doing it on their own. And in a town of 30,000 people, I think we can probably get that list up. We could probably grow that.
Giselle. Andrew, is the idea that we'd have somebody from Offbeat at the cleanup day talking about it and having a table or something? Okay.
Yeah. What else do you guys, what other ideas of things that we could have there that would just sort of help us out? I know we could.
I think, Andy, I think solar panel vendor, Revision Energy or others, I think that would be a good idea to have them there as well. And I'm sure that, I don't know about, I think Revision is the one that we had. They came to one of our meetings and gave us a lot of information at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I think that they would remember us, that we have, some kind of relationship with them. Maybe they would want to come and have a table,
Yep.
I can reach out to them on that.
Okay.
Has anybody asked Jim at the DPW about, recycling paint cans and fluorescent light bulbs and any of that stuff? Should we do any of that?
We could. My guess is they would just refer us they would tell us to call TBI, right? Maybe.
Or they have those days on their schedule where you can bring it to Holt Road.
Yeah. And we also don't have the capacity or the trucks or anything to, I guess DPW would have to step up and actually deliver that stuff to where it belongs.
Yeah, right. Okay. But no one's checked in with Jim. Do you want me to do that? Or do you think we should just leave it to the scheduled days that they have it?
You mean like the hazardous waste days?
Yeah.
I don't know. What does everybody think?
Well, I mean, it certainly can't hurt. It's one phone call.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, do you know about how many people came last year? Like 50 or?
Oh, I would say closer to 15.
Oh,
really? Well,
we had 15 to 20 families that came last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad timing. We didn't promote to the point that we'd like to promote it this year.
And COVID.
Let's face it, last year, mid-April, it was not a time anybody was going anywhere. Come on.
Did we do it in April? Or did we postpone it and do it?
We did it in the fall, I believe.
It was
We
in
postponed it.
September.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
yeah, but still, it was still, just not a good time for people to do anything.
Yeah, we postponed it and then we did it in September.
I mean, it might be, good to invite the environmental group at Merrimack College, invite the environmental club at the high school if they want to have a table and just kind of promote themselves and be a resource. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can ask Mr. Anderson. Right now, the environmental group hasn't done a lot, but I'm sure they'd like to promote what they've done in the past too.
Yeah, that'd be great if you could ask them about that and get some volunteers to sign up. That'd be really great.
Yeah, I do know last cleanup, I talked to NHS. NHS actually had a cleanup at the school. So we got like 30 or 40 people there cleaning up North Andover High School. And then I know 10 or 15 people came from student council to clean up. So I don't know if they checked in with you, but I'm sure that they were doing cleanups.
Right. Yeah, I think some of those groups, we didn't get all the names of all the people that were involved, but I'm sure they logged their community hours with your with the school. But I was just thinking as far as making it an event, making it something that we could have other people come that would also like to kind of cross promote, would be nice to have the Merrimack College group, to have the high school group. I think it would give it more of an event atmosphere, and those groups could independently decide what kinds of materials they'd want to bring and what they'd want to present as well,
Does anyone have a connection with the Merrimack group and they could reach out to them?
I'm pretty sure Joanna had spoken to someone there before. Oh, Joanna, you're here.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know that I ever got in touch with anyone at Merrimack, actually. I don't think I did. I felt like someone did, though.
Yeah, somebody did. It might have been someone that's not on the committee now, but
yeah.
One of the reasons why we liked the middle school, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the idea that people could kind of go around the school and it was almost like a easy drive through kind of situation. But if we have if we end up getting 2 or 3 of these, different organizations that have tables, that's going to present an opportunity for like people to get out of their cars and sort of talk to these people, right? So we'd probably we'd want to have some system for people to pull over and get out and maybe park somewhere, right?
Right. Well,
I'm trying to think through how it's going to work.
Yeah, no, I know, because everyone's conscious of, everything being curbside pickup and not being face to face. So,
and we don't know what it's going to look like then in terms of the.
Why are the 2 egg jams?
But
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
Andy, that's a good point, and I almost think the drive-through thing is kind of.
We stay away from that.
Yeah, we probably should steer away from that, only because I think Jess had mentioned that like Bay State is going to have just like a trailer there, hopefully for us. So if people do have a couple bags, they could just, do it themselves. If they need us to do it, they could. But I mean, just like throw it in, and then because I think the main thing is that people are getting out and coming over to us and saying we're going to be doing this and grabbing their gloves and things like that. So I'm afraid, like you said, like we don't want like bottlenecking I almost wonder too if we have like somebody standing somewhere, like, or we have an arrow or something like that telling people where to kind of go and park, because it is a little, you can enter from a few sides there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the logistics we'll definitely need to kind of think about.
Yeah, we have to create some signage for enter only and exit only.
Yeah.
So I must have missed. Oh, go ahead, Melvin.
Oh no, I was just saying I can create the signage or find a solution for that.
So are we definitely having it at the middle school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim reached out to them, and I think it's a go there for that time.
Yeah, as far as I know, we're signed up for that time frame, and we have it.
Just as an aside, as far as I know, Andy, I know you have a promotion or tasks on the agenda, but as far as the sign that we have up from the NAPD, what's a short script that we want on there? I mean, I guess we need to discuss: are we promoting the rain barrel there or not? The tree plenish fundraiser. I'm not sure that you can't fit that much on that sign. I just want to know what's the bare bones that we want to promote.
I mean, the driving force behind the day is the cleanup. So
Yeah.
I think the idea is to get as many people to come clean up.
Yeah.
And then the bonus is that when they come, they are exposed to all these other things.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need to promote like the linen recycling, because they'll need to bring that with them. But
yeah,
I would say we're gonna distill it. It's like Earth Day townwide cleanup.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone could always come and say, oh, look, they have a textile bin. Easy. I have 10 bags of stuff I've been waiting to get rid of. And they could drive home and get it. I mean,
Yeah.
because we're there for a little bit,
But what are
Yeah, I
the
think
other
that's
ways?
good.
But what are the other ways will we let people know that they can bring textiles?
I would say Facebook, right? Is our number
Yeah,
one.
we're gonna put together some sort of a flyer, right, to kind of
Okay.
put out to everybody one flyer that we don't have to really tweak. We can send to the schools, we can send to the town, we can send to like whoever, we can throw it on social media, and then that's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I'm envisioning, is kind of like having it all on there and just like
I
pushing
think
it
we
out.
probably have to create a deadline for getting different vendors there, and say at a certain time we need to promote what's going to be there. And
Mhm.
if, you know what I mean? So like,
Mhm.
I want to work on the flyer, and I want to be able to say exactly what's going to be there that day. So as of right now, the only thing I know for sure is the Bay State textiles.
Yeah, well, let's set a date because we want to promote this, I would say a month out, right?
Yeah.
March 25th.
I would say now, or put the word in people's ears so that if they're cleaning out things, they can kind of put it aside, even if it's not a flyer. Just
right.
We could do like a save the date, like a save the date for this event. Bring your textiles, bring your want to clean up the earth. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like
what
more
deadline
to come.
what deadline do we want to set internally for our vendors that to get their commitment to be there, so that we know kind of logistically what we're dealing with,
What were ideas? It was
textiles, offbeat, revision, Merrimack College, with Andover High School.
All right, so I know Offbeat's going to come. She's going to send someone or herself, so that's a plus. And Bay State, we're going to hopefully have just the corral there. I don't think anyone will be there with that. So what if we designate Merrimack to someone right now? We designate what do we say? Oh, maybe Pernally's a good one to stick with the high school group, right? And then you said another good one.
I'm gonna contact Revision again.
Revision.
Solar company. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the next, I'd say, I don't know. I can't really think of anybody else. I guess if any ideas come up in the next week or so, and then the deadline for that be like I don't know, Andy, what do you think? April 1 or before? Before.
Before that, but at least at the very latest by our March meeting, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can plan the flyer and stuff. Yeah.
But in the meantime, we can tell people that there's an Earth Day townwide cleanup, and you'll be able to do your recycle your textile, bring your textiles. We can promote what we have, and say,
if we could go Earth-wide with this, that'd be great.
What?
If we could go Earth-wide, that would be great.
Mm.
Yeah,
Earth-wide
Earth-wide,
cleanup?
As far as the Merrimack group,
yeah,
rather than like trying to get them to come and have like a informational booth or something like that, I think it might be better for them to just come and help us with the cleanup, either by cleaning up themselves or being like sort of our help that day.
Yeah,
I
didn't
agree.
Didn't they have something that was kind of cool? That was like a bicycle generating a washing machine or something. Something we had talked about having just something as novelty, just catching people's attention.
Yeah.
I thought they had something like that. I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was the previous chair of this committee a while back, Bill. He might have talked about that, but I don't know. Yeah, I think we can do both though. I think we can invite them to volunteer, help us out, but also promote themselves. I mean, I don't see why we can't do both.
Yeah. Does anybody want to take that on?
So are we suggesting that they would have a table and dedicate space to promote themselves?
They could, yeah. I mean, we could give them the option and also just say, if you'd like to come clean up, yeah, like this is what we're, give them this is what we're doing, and
they can even help spread the word for us.
Yeah.
What if we put them on the flyer along with the high school group? Just sustainability committee in conjunction with the Merrimack group and the high school group, so that it kind of all ties together a little bit.
As long as we have their consent. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That may get them some exposure for whatever good it does.
Yep.
So Pranali, are you going to talk to the high school to make sure we have permission to say they're co-hosting with us?
Yeah, I know the person who's in charge of both the advisor and the student, so I can ask them.
I'll take on the Merrimack. I'll get in touch with somebody over there and between now and the next meeting. Brian, you're going to talk to Revision.
Yeah. And if they say no by some off chance, I'll look at other vendors, other solar companies.
They'll want to come, I bet. They'll want to come.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, they seem.
And Joanna's, you're in touch with Kasaya with Offbeat, and then Jess on the textiles.
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool.
And I don't think we should pursue the e-cycling. I don't know if you guys touched on that when I was late, but I think that would take too much money out of our monies.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, I think I'm trying to get up a household hazardous waste day with Jim, so that's supposed to be setting up soon too. So they take things like that there. It's just you have to pay for certain items, but at least that'll be there.
One other thing is it ties into the next part of our agenda, which is the rain barrels. I'm gonna bring my rain barrel as like a teaser for people, and we can have that there and tell people about it and try to get them to sign up, because our idea is that, or I talked to Joanna about this, but we could do our promotion of the rain barrel, but we won't deliver them that day. We'll deliver them in May. And our idea is that that at the townwide cleanup, that'll be sort of like one of the last days before the deadline. And we can hopefully get some last minute signups for it, because the people will actually be able to see the product at the townwide cleanup.
Yep. Does that sound good, Brian? That sounds like a good plan, right? This year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That way everything stays the same. They still drop them at the DPW. We still do the DPW day, and it's all right there, because that really is the most ideal place for that delivery. It's just like there's so many of them.
Right.
And yeah, I think it'll be great to kind of have that. So I'm going to set that up with Suzanne, get her idea on like the last, if she needs like 2 weeks from that date, and then we'll go from there and we'll distribute them out.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Wasn't there like a live Excel sheet or something that you got access to, or did they send you an Excel sheet?
They send me a sheet with everybody's name and what they got, and and then we like frantically try to
figure out which one is which. You couldn't figure out the colors a couple times because
right.
How do you deliver the rain barrels to people's houses, or do they have to pick them up?
They pick them up at the DPW. Yeah.
I was going to say I have a small trailer if we needed one, but.
Oh, nice. And then we'll have an earth machine there on display too, right? And then people can really just fill the form out maybe right there, or right, Brian, do you think that would work? We have like Wi-Fi there to fill out a
we
form.
did, yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
I don't know, just a thought. I mean, they could always write their name down too, or we could give them this site, but I think we should have one of those on site too.
I think Alvin is our specialist on connectivity, though. Can we create a hotspot there? I don't know what the Wi-Fi is like.
We can. We actually have our own little device that we can bring out. It's not going to have the capacity to do too many devices at the same time.
No, I don't need too much, but
yeah,
more than just using my cell phone as a hotspot, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have a device that we can definitely bring. And if we need additional, my phone's also good for a hotspot as well.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. All right.
On the website, on our website, people can just sign up for a composter, right? On the shared Google Docs.
I think so.
Sheet. Maybe we should have that for the rain barrels too, something similar.
So the rain barrels, the only thing with the rain barrels, they have to order directly from, remember? From T-Garb.
Yeah.
From the actual rain barrel site. So like we kind of really don't have anything to do with it, except that we're getting them a half price rain barrel, right?
Yeah. That's better for us anyways.
Yeah, probably, yeah. All right. So we need to vote on the date and time and everything?
We did.
Oh, you didn't need my vote?
No.
We were at quorum, Joanna.
Yeah.
Your vote didn't count this time.
It's fraud, I tell you. It's fraud. Sorry.
All right.
I digress.
Sorry, I was so late. I totally forgot about the meeting. I'll be 100% honest. I forgot. I was eating tacos.
Taco Tuesday? Wow.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Pretty much every Tuesday, yeah. All right.
Taco Tuesday.
So I have a really odd suggestion or thought to throw out there. What if I have seen in passing in the years, places where you can recycle or send used toothbrushes or used mascara wands. I wonder if that would be something that we could kind of include in our thing and just collect those and send them to wherever they are. I know that's kind of a really odd thing, but people might want to do it, but they might not want to spend the money or the time to save one mascara wand or one toothbrush. But if they knew in advance, we could have 2 boxes and send them off. I'm just throwing it out there as an additional thing to kind of promote that it shouldn't go in the trash.
I mean, do you want to just take that on, Kim, and find out, who you can bring that stuff to, and if,
Yep, I'm happy to look at that and figure out who to send it to, and,
Yeah. I don't think that'll be hard.
I think it's an easy thing for people to do, but people might also not be aware that they could do those things.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Yeah.
Kim, what was the focus for my notes? So what is the focus of what people would be able to recycle?
So I've seen in various places that you could recycle mascara wands. So that would be women, I think, mostly, maybe some men. So they're just the wand, not the case. And then the toothbrush, used toothbrushes.
Okay.
They may go to the same place. I'm not sure, but I can look that up and get more information. But I just was curious to know if that would be something to add to our list of things to collect.
I know for toothbrushes, I'm actually part of TerraCycle, and TerraCycle is doing like a toothbrush and toothpaste recycling program. So all you have to do is get a box, and once you sign up for the program, they'll give you a shipping label. So you just print it out for free.
Okay. Yeah, I did a quick search a few minutes ago, and that was one of the ones that came up. So I'll look into that more.
Yeah, I think the more things we can add to our flyer, make it seem more of like a, I don't want to say festival, but like, you know what I mean? Like more things that are going on that day, the more interest we could create.
It's going to be a festival.
I laughed a little at that because it was funny. And
I am bringing my sound system like I did that one time over at the DPW where it was silly to have that there. But
we should have one of those people arms, with they use the blower, and they're like going all over. We should have one of those too.
Or even someone in some costume that's out there just, with a big sign,
yeah.
Mascot is, but
Ian's in the shower. I'm going to volunteer him to stand on the corner with all kinds of recycling things stuck to him. And have him wrangle people in.
Also, do we have any foot bags left or stuff? Any swag to give away?
Geez, Andy, that's going way back here on the back of my brain here. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I know.
That was Shoba.
Yeah.
That was Shoba. We have no pencils for sure. That was a while ago. Tote bags, though. What happened there? We just stopped. We kind of.
Tote bags?
Remember the bags?
Tote bags.
I might have all that stuff. I'll see what I have left. I think I have some pencils, some tote bags, but I don't think enough to like give them out to the masses.
Yeah. No.
Like the first 5 customers get a tote bag.
Oh.
And I have
Well, if someone, Annie, you're going to bring a rain barrel, you said, right? And then maybe someone could bring a composter that they have that's actually in use. I know it may not be fun to transport that, but
wait, what? We have a display one.
I know. Like, get one that actually has compost in it. Like,
it's bolted into the ones we sell. They're like bolted into the ground, and you have to like. Yeah.
Okay, get it. Sorry.
Yeah. But you could take some compost out of it and bring it in a bucket and say, "This is."
I don't know. I
actually got a bag of compost, so I can bring that too.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Offbeat might bring that too. She might bring.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just think a visual is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just remembered we need to contact DPW too and just make sure that they have a crew to pick up bags that day.
Oh yeah, and that we're not occupying the space there this year. That we've moved up a little.
I'll send an email to Jim at John Lavin and Jim Stanford.
Yep. So we'll have to go by there that like Friday or something and get all the gloves and all that stuff, the trash grabbers and stuff like that.
It'd be great if we could get them to just kind of help us out and bring that stuff over in a truck that morning.
Yeah.
Is there something you're going to check with them, Andrew?
I'm going to check with them. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, hopefully they'll help us out now that we've already voted on the day.
I wonder, will we have access, you think, Kim, to like just like one door at the cafeteria at the middle school, you think, in case we needed to like store things in there or anything, or it was raining, or?
I didn't ask her about storage, but I'll look at her email. I think she offered to give us she would look into some access. I think that's how she worded it. But
I'm just wondering, like, if the DPW did bring our stuff over on Friday, like, what would we like do with it?
Okay,
that would be a good idea.
We're thinking like the bags and the grabbers and some compost bins.
No, so the
One.
Do you still have that one, Andy, or no? The sample? No.
Nope, brought it back.
Yeah, so maybe like if you're looking at the middle school, there's the cafeteria there, and then there's the, like on the left, there's another kind of like hallway where they store all their trash bins. Maybe we could just stick it kind of in there so it's like away from the kids eating or whatever, and it wouldn't cause a problem because it won't be that much stuff.
Right. Yeah, I'll reach out to her in a few minutes and when the meeting's over and see what she says.
Okay, and if not, we'll figure it out. You know, we don't want her to feel like we're pressuring her into, you know, like giving us access to the school or anything, but.
Right. Yeah. I think really they just do it so they can have the right personnel there. If a custodian needs to be there to open the door or something, I think that's what, that's what they need it for.
Right, true, yep. Okay.
All right, anything else with the cleanup or the rain barrels?
How are we publicizing the Earth Day cleanup? You want me to have a lawn sign made? We can put at the Rotary in front of at the center of town or something.
We could do lawn signs, Facebook, next door.
Yeah, digitally is easy, but
yeah,
if I don't know, like in front of.
I mean, I have signs. I have like 4 or 5 signs that I basically just change the date on it. I put white duct tape on it and change the date every time.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, basically just says townwide cleanup and then the date.
Yeah.
Doesn't it say at the DPW?
What's that?
It might say at the DPW, I feel like.
Oh.
But I might be able to doctor that part too. Like, let me just look at it and see if I can like, and I'll just email the whole, I'll email you, Adrian, if I can't, and then maybe
let me know. I can help you with that if you need it.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Joanna had mentioned at one time using, taking advantage of CAM, North Andover CAM, and whatever scrolling thing. I don't ever look at them. So whatever option they have.
I think the most visible thing will be like a lawn sign at the Rotary, near the old center, and
I think
like Chickering Road, Chickering Road.
We could also ask.
I was just thinking that a lot of restaurants are using QR codes for their menus. If we create a flyer that's linked to a QR code, you can post that with the flyer anywhere. People can snap it and then say, "Oh, hey, this is what's going on." Also with the rain barrel promotion, we could also have a QR code at our station there, and people could snap it on their phone, and then they could just, fill out the form on their phone. So.
I can make, if you give me the content, I can make flyers easily. So, and print them at home.
We should also reach out to.
Oh, you're on mute, Kim.
Reach out to the principals of the schools and see if they can include it in their weekly or monthly announcements that we've got this coming up, and get the word out through the students to the parents.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
I'll do the schools and stuff, the PTOs or whatever. But I think.
Is that Joanna talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that we need to right? We need a few weeks to just finalize what we're actually putting on the flyer and stuff like that. And like,
Yeah.
right. And then, so we have a little more work to do to get to that point, right?
Yeah. Since we don't know the date yet of our next meeting, you want to just say like 2 weeks from now, we try to finalize who's going to be there? Or do you think we need, or is it not that? I think it's kind of pressing only because we want to be able to promote what's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get commitments from who can commit to be there.
Maybe like Friday, March 12th, which is like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the date of the cleanup?
April 25th.
April 25th. Okay.
And it's 10 to 2, guys?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact NAPD to get that on the sign whenever they can. The sooner the better.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Because that goes to, they have 2 of them. There's one that hangs out over at the Drummond Park a lot. And then there's one that hangs out over at the middle school itself. So yeah, I'll get that out as soon as I can.
Cool. All right. Next on the agenda is we wanted to give Pranali a chance to just give everybody a synopsis and an update on her North Andover Tree Plenish fundraiser. So Pranali, do you want to kind of walk everybody through what's going on with you?
Yeah, so right now we have sold 151 trees. I just checked a couple of minutes ago, and 60 of those trees are donated. So we still need, I think, 94. Our goal is 245, so we still need 94 trees to be sold. But for the 60 donated trees, I have been calling people. So I did call Harold Parker State Forest the other day, like their station, and he said that he will try to work something out. So he was talking to his bosses and he'll get back to me. So he did give me his email address. So I checked with him. So hopefully I'll get a response soon. And then I called Edgewood this morning, and he said the same thing, that they would be interested. They'd love to receive some of the trees, but he'll just check with his boss too, and he'll get back to me. And then I've been talking with the North Andover Improvement Society, and they are planning on redoing Becky's Pond, which is behind Ace Hardware. And they were thinking about planting some of the trees there. And so the president of the Improvement Society talked to the DPW, and she's thinking about putting 3 trees there, so 1 of each. So right now, as a definite, we have 3 of the 60 trees having a home, and we're still waiting on the other 57. But my friend and I, who's working on the project with me, we have plans to contact a lot of the cemeteries in town, seeing if they would take some of the trees, as well as some farms. And we are also thinking about reaching out to the schools. So we reached out to Mr. Gilligan, and he put us in contact with Dr. Mealy, who's the operations superintendent, and he said that he reached out to all of the principals of the schools. So hopefully they get back to us about like if they're able to take any of the trees on their property, or maybe some sort of activity they can do with the students on Arbor Day to use the other 57 trees.
Hey, Cronelli, did you reach out to the Friends of North Andover Trails?
Yes, so the Friends of North Andover Trails actually forwarded me to the North Andover Improvement Society, since many of the people on the North Andover Improvement Society are boards of other organizations like the North Andover Garden Club. The president is on the North Andover Improvement Society, as well as the Stevens Estate. So she said the Stevens Estate said that they will be purchasing a tree because they only need 1 tree. So instead of donating them 1 tree, I thought it'd just be easier for them to purchase a tree. And she said that she would be able to put out the flyers on their website for other people to purchase tree. Same thing with the Garden Club and the North Andover Improvement Society and the Friends of North Andover Trails.
All righty.
That's like a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wonder if we're trying to look for places for these extra 57, would it be appropriate to open it up to just the general town and individuals that might want one on their property? I don't know whether that's appropriate or not.
I'm thinking we hold off on that until I check with other like properties in like town community areas, and then maybe in the end, if we have extra trees, we might do that.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be a last resort, not a first resort.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good last resort because you also want to encourage people to buy the tree first, right? Yeah, but that's a good idea. I definitely think that people would step up in the individual residents would step up if need be.
What if you reached out to Brightwood? I know they have trees on their property, but maybe they would want maybe they would want more. The retirement home on 114.
Is that called Edgewood, or is Edgewood a different retirement home?
Edgewood is different.
Okay.
So there's Brightwood or Brightview. I'm sorry, Brightview.
Yeah.
And then Sutton Hill is also one on 114. Maybe they'd want some. I mean, maybe you could reach out to apartment complexes too. I know they have landscapers that do all that stuff for them and it's all fancy and stuff, but maybe there's places they would want more.
I'll definitely check those out.
For the VFW or some, kind of local places. They might want to put a tree in their parking lot.
Jeff Bezos could give him a call.
So Pranali, for the notes, can you just review the numbers again about how many of you sold so far? And you said you sold 121 so far and your goal is 250?
151, and our goal is 250. Okay. 245.
Okay.
What was that number for? The 245, is that just
That's the goal. So we're trying to offset the paper usage of the high school, and so that's 75% of the paper used converted into trees is 245.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. Moving right along. Any update on the Mass DEP point system? Any help that we can give you, Joanna? Or is it still kind of early for that?
A little early for that. Jess and I have been kind of doing a couple things on the side, her textile stuff. And like I said, that hazardous waste day needs to be set up because we get points for that. Yeah, I think I'm okay at the moment because we are still a little early. So we can just like put that on the next agenda, probably just transfer it over. But for now, I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the rest of the committee's benefit, I wanted to just mention that we just set up a meeting with Black Earth like last week, and we had a call with a representative with Black Earth, and they were sort of walking us through what they do for residential composting for different municipalities, and they were giving us like the pricing, how many people you would need in the town to get a specific price tier, and it was something that I was gonna bring up at the meeting tonight, and we could have discussed it, but the development since that meeting was that they've basically decided at this point to just let Offbeat handle the Andovers, North Andover, Andover. And so I guess as of right now, it seems like that's the sort of preferred vendor for our town and for anybody who wants to take up the composting, the curbside composting. Offbeat will be the provider for now. That being said, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, she has about 70 customers in town, Joanna?
Yeah, she has 70, curbside, and then more, because there's also a drop-off program as well. At the mills there. She's got some more set up there. But it would be great if, yeah, like another one could get set up maybe in the future. And then maybe in the future also, maybe 6 months to a year down the road, we could think about like a pilot program with them for curbside, because it all takes a lot of time. Hopefully that will be in our future, and hopefully, it would be nice to support her because she's, local and small and kind of still doing local and small. So
when you say a pilot program, you mean like sort of something that's given to a lot more people?
Yeah, I think you need like 300 for a pilot program, a pilot program to start, like at least, Black Earth was saying that. And remember, they came to our meeting years ago, the city of Beverly started their compost program. Brian and Andy, you guys were there, and they needed 300. It's like the number to start at like a certain price point. So to give all the residents a certain price for the curbside per month. And then, there's like everybody gets a bin and all that. So we can hopefully help facilitate that, because there's grants out there for that as well, for those bins. We can help. So, but that's like a long-term plan. But yeah, but a good one, I think. So, if anyone is asking, we are going to do some promotion soon, just to let people know more about the curbside program if they don't already know about it, and the drop-off program if people don't already know about it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, I think, with that.
Joanna, I'm so tempted to take pictures when I'm walking the dog of the signs and the overflowing drop-off bins, because they were overflowing the past day or two. The ones
Really?
they were full, but I didn't have my camera with me to take a picture.
Yeah, I actually asked her to increase the pickups there. So thank you for, I asked her to increase them. Yeah, thank you. Because I was thinking that too, because when I had gone down there, I worked there or whatever, but when I had like gone down there, I had seen that they were very full. So I had mentioned it to her, but now that you're saying that too, I might re-mention it to her again, just to make sure she's getting down there, because we don't want that happening, because that will eliminate our presence on that campus. You know what I mean? Like, we can't have trash everywhere.
Right. I mean, it's a good thing that people are using it. That would be my point. Is that look at all these people? Maybe we need a third bin, or even depending on her schedule, maybe another bin would be better than another pickup schedule.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yep. Agree on both.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, but it's I think it's awesome that people are putting stuff down there.
Where is this located?
At the mills, the north end of a mills, right? In where
where you work.
In where Stachy's and Jamie's and
If you go, you know where the Sutton condos are? If you go from High Street towards the Sutton condos, it's right off that little private driveway.
Yep.
There's a little A-frame sign off of High Street that says community composting this way.
Yeah, I propped it up against the sign towards Sutton condos so it didn't get blown over.
I prop that up a lot. So yeah, thank you.
I know you do. I've just started making it my pet project as I walk the dog.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. It's been up for a while now. It's been stuck in there. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that service. It's cheap too. It's what, $12.50 a month to do that. So, I mean, and you can fill it as, if you had a party or something or Thanksgiving and you had to go down there twice, it would be okay. You could go down there twice, and just dump it. I think it's good.
All right, guys. That was the last thing on the agenda. Does anyone else have anything else they want to bring up?
No, excellent time management, Andrew.
All right, 7:59, baby.
Yeah. In other words, climate change is real.
Yeah. Oh, don't we have to set a new set the date for the next meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I have March 18th down. I think I just had that down because it was like the third Thursday or something. It was sort of falling in line with the rest of our meetings. So that'll be the first date I check on with Cam. Sometimes my first choice is not available, so that's why I have to pivot sometimes and change it again, but that's what I'll shoot for.
All right.
And yeah, if I can't get that, I'll get it as close to that as possible.
Great.
And then we'll just, if you have a task that you're working on for the cleanup, just keep me and Brian in the loop, and we'll get the information out to the appropriate people.
And who do I send the notes to, you or Brian? The meeting notes.
Send them to me, it's fine.
Okay.
Either one, and
Okay.
yeah, we're just you send them on to town clerk at North Andover, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, there is one piece that I do want to mention, kind of related to administrative stuff. The ethics laws say that every year we have to do a refresher on ethics. There's an online link. I think you all got it in your email. So just make sure you take a look at that, just so we're in compliance with town policy regulations and stuff.
Yeah, I got that email, so I think it went to everybody.
It says that it's like that you have 30 days. I guess just within the next month. Please take a look at that. And usually it's something that you get a little certificate that gets emailed to you, or just a PDF or whatever it is. So just file that somewhere, so that you can prove that you did it. Just compliance. Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I guess I will officially adjourn the meeting for tonight, and everybody have a good rest